Right, one thing you can guarantee when it comes to art, the infrastructure, the framework has been helped in no small part down to some huge events and fairs. And with us now is the director of one of the biggest Art Dubai Fair, Dunja Gottweis, joining us now live here on the sofa. Dunja, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I know it is a scene that is ever evolving at the moment. It's a scene that, like many other industries, has been navigating some fairly tough times at the moment. But in terms of the foundations that have been put here in art in all its guises, I'm always a little bit nervous about mentioning art and just one facet of it because it comes in so many different guises. But from a fair point of view, and given the sort of history and the foundations that have been laid, I think it's something that all of us here can be very proud of. But what about the sort of role it plays on the global scene as well? Has Dubai itself evolved as a centre for the arts?
Yeah. I think it's very important to remember that Art Dubai has started 20 years ago. And, you know, through this groundwork that Art Dubai has done, was really also created an ecosystem in Dubai that is evolving and evolving. And Art Dubai has started as a fair of discovery, rooted in the region and in Dubai, but very much connected to the world. And also a place for underrepresented voices that did not yet have a place in the global art discourse. And I think it's very important to remember and to keep that place. But also over the last 20 years, it has evolved so much and is now embedded into this broader ecosystem where we have districts, art districts like Al Zakal or the IFC, but also where we work together with the government. So it really became something from an art fair that happens once a year, which is still our flagship moment, to something that actually operates now all year round.
Dunja, I'm really interested to ask you about this evolution because you've been in the industry for so many years and you're the best person to answer this question about evolution of this particular industry. What do you think has been the most significant shift in the way the fair positions itself?
Well, I think on the one hand, I think the sectors have really evolved. I think in 2013, we started introducing a modern section to really focus on modernism from the Arab world, but then also extending it to Latin America recently. And then in 2019, we have introduced Bawaba, a section for new art. This has now evolved into a section for emerging artists and voices. And I think it's so important to nourish and to give a platform to the next generation of artists and galleries to keep the ecosystem alive and going. And then 5 years ago, we introduced a digital section as the first international art fair ever to have a digital sector. And now, 5 years later, other fairs are following our lead here. So I think it's really interesting. But then also, we are part of this broader ecosystem and have relationships with institutions that we're seeing now in this special edition, where we have collaborations with Treasure Art Foundation or with Al Zakal on a moving image program or a performance program. We have exhibitions with Bajil Art Foundation and Dubai Collection. So it really becomes so much more than just an art fair.
It's interesting because you've mentioned there two words in terms of the ecosystem and the support that you've had from the government as well. Talking of this ecosystem, like who's buying, who's interested, who's, I guess, investing is always a word that's used within the kind of art industry.
Well, I think it has really, on so many levels, you know, like we have collectors that have started with, we have a membership program for collectors, Art Salon, that have really started with Art Salon and learned about the ecosystem and art here that are now becoming patrons of the Louvre, for example. And we have galleries that have started with Art Dubai that have grown alongside the fair, who have now 5 artists in the Venice Biennial. So, and then we have districts like Al Zakal, which is really, you know, like it's such a lively environment. When you go there on the weekends, it's like full of people. So on so many levels. And then I think Dubai has also a really interesting and distinct collector base. The people that have started years ago that are now lending artworks to museum, but also this new generation of buyers and collectors and people and high net worth individuals that are moving to Art Dubai now and come with their own taste and often collections. Yeah.
I want to just ask you about identity, if I can, because we often look at art and you can see art as an identification of certain cultures around the world, synonymous with certain parts of the world, be it schools, styles or otherwise. And yet we live in a city of over 200 nationalities, the melting point, the meeting point or whatever. Is that, I'm trying to work out whether that's a positive or a negative in terms of trying to find an identity when it comes to art.
Well, I think the identity of Dubai and Art Dubai is that it is this melting point, you know, like, and I think we always wanted Art Dubai to mirror the essence of Dubai, which is that it's so inclusive. I think I moved to Dubai a year ago, and that was one of the things that struck me the most, how diverse, global, inclusive, and future forward thinking Dubai is. And I think Art Dubai,
it's reflective of that.
Yeah, it's reflecting that. Yeah.
And I think it's even reflective the fact that you've joined Art Dubai Fair as director, because you are an incredibly big name in the art world. I'll say it. I will flatter you. I will. And even that in itself shows that Dubai's not mucking around, is it, when it comes to the art scene? No. So in the year that you've been with us, where do you see it going?
Well, I think I came at a really, really exciting moment. You know, like, I think we are operating from this point of strength where we have supported and sustained the ecosystem and Dubai as the commercial art capital of the region. And now the entire world is looking at us. And I think it's an extremely exciting moment. And now with Art Dubai operating also all year round, I think we really can think about, like, where do we go next? What's the role of an art fair? And who are we serving?
From your perspective, what kind of artistic voices or narratives would you say are really gaining popularity today?
It's a very good question. I think materiality and nature are really like a very important topic that we see. We have, for example, Nabila Nani, an artist from Palestine, who is working with seeds and wooden sticks, material that he finds, and he creates these landscapes that are beautiful. We have Adrian Pepe, who is an artist from Lebanon, who is working with farmers, and he's basically sourcing seasonal material and then creates artworks that are dealing with migration in the Arab world. But also it's a lot about meaning and identity, memory and place. We have, for example, Ruda Al-Mazroui, who is painting these incredible landscapes that remind her of her childhood in the Northern Emirates, and her parents were farmers. So it's a reflection of her history and her childhood, and it's very beautiful, and you see a lot of things like this.